Everyone, welcome back to Shayjanai's channel. Yes, back with another video. If you like the video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting on? Let's get this good stuff. Let's take this journey in life together. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. And thank you. We have reached over 1,000 subscribers. Again, we are on our way to 1,500. Boom. Let's get it. I was in a toxic relationship for a very long time. And it didn't start off like that. Of course, most toxic relationships do not start off like that. It always something turns into that. And of course, there was red flags, and I ignored those red flags as well as many other people. We get in these relationships and we want to be with somebody, and we are with them, and they show us their true self. And some of these flags, we just like, okay, I can possibly deal with this, but it shouldn't have even had turned into a toxic relationship because it was so many red flags that I should have, left that person alone, and it wouldn't even have got that bad. But again, we be so deeply in love with these people that sometimes you don't even know you're in a toxic relationship until you actually leave that situation and you look back like, dang, you were so in love that you're blind. Like, that's what they say, love is blind, because you ignore so many red flags when you are in love with a person, and you just completely settle. So believe it when a person actually shows you who they are. Okay, so I'm gonna explain how a relationship can turn toxic. So that's why I call this love to hate. You love that person so much that it turns into hate later on. And I'm gonna explain you how it turns into a toxic relationship. So the person that you're with, what happens is first off, going into the relationship, most people not 100% all way in anyways because of whatever happened in the past. So when that person do something, that first heartbreak, something that upsetted you, that hurt your heart, you don't totally heal before they do that next thing. So boom, they hurt you. Then they turn around and they hurt you again, and you still don't heal. They hurt you again. Every piece of hurt turns into a little bit of hate. So you still love that person, but you also starting to hate that person until it builds up later on that, it turns into a toxic relationship. And when I say toxic, I don't always mean physical. I mean mentally, so you can, if you get to the point where you finna ready to go into this house and you see this person cry outside like, oh, man, why this person not at work? Oh, I hate going into this house. Or, you just not ready to see this person, or this person call your phone when you out or something and you looking at the phone. And you're like, dang, why she calling me, or why he calling me? So that is forming into a toxic relationship, and to the point where if y'all was to get in an argument, y'all start saying very hateful stuff. Y'all not communicating. It's to the point where you just saying hateful stuff to each other, or you doing hateful stuff to each other. So this is when a relationship should just go ahead and end, because at this point, it's no coming back. Sometimes when a person hurts you so much that it's no way to turn this relationship on, but we still hold on, it's either because we got kids, we stay together, and we're dependent on each other. So in these relationships, it is so hard to leave a person that you become so comfortable that you stay together so long when you don't need to be. It turns into something toxic. So, like I tell people all the time, if you can go out there and you can do it by yourself, I promise you, you don't need that other person. You can do it by yourself. But we get stuck in these situations because, again, you have kids with these people. They helping you pay bills. You going, either that person paying a whole rent, or y'all going half on all the bills. Somebody picking the kids up, somebody dropping it off. And the worst thing is people get so scared of trying to do every single thing by themselves, especially when they had a little bit of help. So I know for a fact, because I was in a situation like that. And when you stay with a person, you depend on them for certain stuff that you get so scared to be by yourself. But in reality, if you go out and do it by yourself, I promise you, you can get it done. You can do it. You can do every single thing that you want to do. You got kids, you can take care of those kids by yourself. If you got to go to work and do all of this and stuff, you can do it by yourself. Again, you can do every single thing by yourself. Just get out the situation and understand and know the red flag. So what I do now different is when I was in a dating scene. I would talk to person for a while. I would get to know them. And I did that because I learned about the red flags and how it's very, very important not to ignore those because it can turn bad, like my previous situation. So therefore, now as I go on the dating scene, I have my standards set. And when you need to set your standards, and whatever your standards are set by, stick by them. Because if you start lowering your standards, you're typically ignoring more red flags. So whatever your standards is, make sure you set them and you go by them because you deserve to be with whoever you want to be with. So I like to tell people it's like a job with me. You know how a job will have requirements? Yes, when you out here dating, you should have requirements too. So you just not gonna go out here and apply and they asking for a master's degree and you just got a bachelor's degree. No, you gotta meet the requirements. So I vow to never ever settle again. So that was my mistake, lowering my standards. And because everybody want to be with somebody, everybody want to be happy. So you tend to lower your standards and stuff. And then you get with somebody that you really should not be with. So boom. I learned. I'm gonna be the first person to tell you I learned from my situation. So I need you to learn from your situation too, and make you up some basic requirements. Okay, I'm not saying the grocery list. I'm saying some basic standards because at some point we have to stop settling and we have to be happy. And I don't want you to be happy for somebody else. I want you to be happy for yourself. So if you set those standards just right, you will meet the person that you're meant to be with. So you're going to meet some people who meet a couple things up on your list, but not every single thing. And it's your choice whether you want to deal with it or not deal with it. But if you have simple basic standards, I would say that whoever you choose to be with need to meet those basic standards. Okay, when I was on a dating scene and after that bad toxic relationship, I vowed to myself that I wasn't going to settle and I stuck by it. And I set my standards and I came in contact with some awesome, awesome people as I was dating. But they met a couple of things again, but they just didn't meet just some basic requirements that's going to keep and make me happy. And the same thing, whatever their requirements are, our requirements should typically be almost the same anyways, because that's how we balance out. You make me happy, I make you happy, we good to go. Like I said, I met some awesome people, but by following those standards, I met an awesome, awesome guy that I'm with today. So that's why I'm able to have this toxic relationship conversation with you and tell you to stick to your standards, because if I didn't stick to my standards, some of those awesome people that I was talking to, it still could have been okay, but it just would never been as awesome as the person that I'm with today. So guys, set your standards, know the red flags to toxic relationships, and please, please, please set your standards. Okay, so short video today, guys. So always remember, Shayjanai got you. The whole goal is true love. Thank you.